Hello everyone, Marcus back again with some more Croc, where today we are going to be doing 3 more levels after the boss and secret. For those who have not watched the previous part, I actually did show off a little speedrunning strategy, or like a little hack or cheat that you can do. Really cool stuff, so if you haven't watched that, I suggest you go back and watch that, because that was a really super cool strategy. Can be very useful at times, although it does exploit the game. But anyway, here we go with I Know Him So Well. Yeah, without further ado, because I really don't want to drag on the unnecessary stuff. So yeah, you can actually skip quite a big part of this level out just by jumping over there if you've got like because you pick up the crystals, and by the way, I will just declare that they actually are crystals, they're not gems. So if I have been previously calling them gems in this Let's Play, I really do apologise for that, because they are actually crystals. So that's actually a mistake I've been made. So I'm just going to go around here and collect what I need to collect and stuff like that, without getting hurt, obviously. Because the more crystals to collect, the better. Whoa, that were close. I have no idea how I actually survived that, but I'm really thankful for it. Anyway, there's a little secret bonus round here, so we're going to go in there and find out what we have to do for this one. This one is not too hard. Okay, I was thinking of another one that was a pain. In fact, it was in the last part for that bonus round in is it Be Really Careful? Is it? No, it's the other one. It's the one after that. So yeah, that one's can be a real nuisance, to be honest, because you just end up being you just can't make that last jump in it. Whereas this one, if you know the patterns, you can't go wrong. And I'm on 31 lives. You know what? Believe it or not, I'm probably going to lose all them 31 lives in the next world, because the next world is just oof, yeah. So anyone who's not got to the third world yet, I'm wishing you all the best of luck, because I'm telling you now, it is not easy, I'm afraid to say. The difficulty just spikes up, you know, sort of like how it does in the 4th warp room of Crash 2. It's just inconsistent difficulty, I'll say that. But anyway, here we go. Let's just go into here, into another cave. This is quite a long cave, so in fact no, I'm thinking of another level actually. You just keep jumping on these platforms forever. Could be here actually. Well yeah, these narrow cave sections can be a bit sort of tricky with the camera, because you are sort of like restricted where you can put the camera and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a later level like this with a cave like this that just goes continuous, jumping from like one platform to another, and it's just... Anyway, I think we're actually approaching the end now, so I've actually got through this one quite swiftly. So yeah, for this one, there's mild backtracking, but it's alright going that way. But it's a bit more difficult going the other way, because the platforms are sort of like optimised. Like here, you can barely make that jump. The platforms are sort of like optimised for doing that type of jumping. The other way around. And why has that not gone off yet? I'm sure I just pressed that button. I must have not pressed that button, silly me. I did not press the silly... I must not have pressed this button, dum-dum. Anyway, I'm just going to go up here. And just 2 coloured crystals like close together, that just don't make much sense why they've oddly positioned them like that. Some of these levels I swear they've just like thrown together, but other levels they actually really have put some good creative thought into them. Not the biggest fan of the last world, but to be honest, I do actually really still enjoy it. No! Oh, yeah, it's one of them platforms where you have to actually press the button again to make it go down again, so I knew I'd missed that. But at least I've got all the crystals now, so I can get into the door. That's a good thing, so just going to work my way along here. Okay, well, I don't want to end up just killing myself on useless stuff, I really don't. So, anyway, here we go, in for another bonus round. Very nice. And this is like the most ridiculously silliest, easiest bonus round in the game. I just don't understand, like... You see what I mean about lack of well, not lack of creativity, but, you know... They're all on just like different levels, if you get what I mean. But anyway, here we go. Let's go on for the next one now, shall we? Which will be Say No Snow. Yeah, this one, to what I understand, is a little bit longer. Perhaps. We'll find out in a minute. So, just going to work my way down here. Whoa! Okay. Yeah, that was a bit of a blind jump, but I took the risk and I managed to survive it. So, ooh, yeah, the inertia can sort of like throw things off a little bit, if you sort of like get what I mean. So like if you're travelling backwards on a platform, it can sort of like shorten your jump. But I still managed to make it. And that Gobbo there, I've actually tried to do a run of this game, see if I could actually run through the whole game without collecting a single Gobbo. And that's the first one I could not really bypass, so... You can probably do it with the hover glitch, but... I'll try to do it legit. Sometimes I just play on these games just to sort of like mess around, just to experiment, to see what I can do. And I know I'm going to get zapped here. I'm not going to be able to avoid it, am I? Oh, I did. Okay. Yeah, every single time these Dantinis on these boxes just keep zapping me, but I somehow got super lucky to avoid them. Okay, so let's go in here. Yeah, this is definitely a backtracking section. I believe it's the middle box, if I remember correctly. Now, there is a strategy to actually be able to do that without actually activating that switch, which I can just show you in a second once I've got the platforms up, because I don't want to end up losing unnecessary lives, so I just thought I'd do it this way as well. So, up here. Right, where's this? Well, it's not a switch, it's actually a key. Okay. Whoa! Oh no. Okay, here we go. I don't understand how I got that. That was... Okay, so yeah, strategy here. Jump, stomp, crawl to the next. Jump, stomp, move to the next. So, yeah, I could have done that, but the problem is the Gobbo will have just fallen in the water, so I'd have just... yeah, I'd have just lost it anyway. I'd have had to sacrifice a life. I mean, I do keep them after, but I'm trying to save as many lives as I can ready for this next world, because I'm going to need them. It's really annoying how that box just moves itself back. I just wish it would not do that. I just did. I'm playing this game quite well today, actually. I'm actually pretty happy about that. Pretty proud of myself, I'll tell you that for sure. Not very often I'm that. That's a bit dramatic and being a bit hard on myself, but oh well. Just keep proceeding through the level. Yeah, so very smooth, very smooth. So just that is just being a pain. Okay, I needed that anyway because it was a blue crystal. Okay, what's in the next level? Nothing. Okay. Oh, I might get hurt on this one though, because you've got to sort of like be quick, and I've got a coloured crystal to get on the way, so I'm going to have to hope I get the timing right. So 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, okay, yeah, I did it. The timing method worked. Very nice. At least I've got all the crystals now, so just to get the last Gobbos, and then go through the crystal door, which is just here. There we go. Very nice. So what's this bonus round like? Oh, this isn't too bad. You just got to get out of the way when the snake strikes. Is there any lives in them? No, there's not. Okay, and that just popped up as soon as I walked away. I thought I was just going to get struck then, but no. Okay, if I stand here, yes. If you're right up to it, nothing comes out. You know, like no worm comes out to attack you, so... There we go. Oh yeah, you can, okay. So you can get 100 crystals in these levels. Okay. And I don't know if I just saw that, but if you get over 100 crystals... it stops your counter. So I wonder if there's a maximum of like 100 crystals in each level. Why is that? What? Did you just see that? He just like walked through the gong, like I did some sort of like wall glitch. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, anyway, let's do the last world. Oh, this world. Right, this is a puzzle one. So, by natural habit, I usually go down here first, but that's not actually what you want to do. You actually want to go through this door first. Even though it is the main path of the level, you're going to want to grab this key. So, shoot. Oh snap. Okay, so you want to grab that key over here, which can be a bit tricky. You can sort of like miss the jump because the hitboxes on this platform are a bit sort of... can sort of like decide to misbehave at times. So anyway, we're just going to go over here. You can see a platform down there. Yes, we're going to go on that. Platforms I did not know existed until this version of the game, believe it or not. So I did not know about this bonus round until I got the remaster. Why? Because the free camera allows me to actually see it. Very easy lives in this one. Just grab the balloons, don't touch any controls until you reach the other sides. If you press jump, you'll fall. Same with tailspin, so don't do that. There we go, plenty of lives in there. Very nice. I'm probably going to end up with like 50 lives sooner or later, but they're all going to be lost in the third world anyway, so... Anyway, here we go. So let's go down here now. Strike these crates here, which are just mostly just jet... I did it again, didn't I? You know what I've done? I've just gone and screwed that up. Shoot. Okay, so I'm going to have to death abuse then, aren't I? Okay. So anyway, I'm going to make my way down here. What you want to do is you actually want to destroy the ones... What? Okay, so the camera's just like letting me see... just out of nowhere. Okay. You can actually see through the roof of the cave, look. Like the camera's broken. That is not intended to be in the original game, but they probably could not work it out in the remaster, so I decided just to leave the view of the open mesh. Anyway, just get this one here. Yes. Work my way down there. Strike that enemy there. Through here. Get all the gobbos I can. We're near the end. We're near the start of the level. We've been here ages. We've barely just started. It's just. But usually I'd come down here and do all that first, and find that door's locked. So that's why I said go through the other door first. Anyway, one of these little challenges here. Shouldn't be too hard. Just switch to the D-pad and do sideways jumps. You can just walk all over this, by the way, and just spam the buttons, and it still gives you the gobbo. I think there's only like a certain percentage, like is it 80% or something you got to get? I don't know. But regardless, it's not too difficult. It really isn't. I thought that was the end of the challenge. Can I get them all though? That's the question. If I can get them all, that's amazing. I'm just playing games well today. I don't know why. I'm popping out to the arcade later anyway, so that means I'm going to get some good jackpots and probably profit off the tickets I win. So that's all good, unless I just waste all my energy on this. But but no. Not at all. Anyway, I'm just going to work way up here, do some hovering in the cave. Why not? Because it's just for the sake of it, why not? I think I've already destroyed these, haven't I? Yes, I have. But you know what? I'm going to get them back again anyway because of death abuse, so I might as well get the crystals back, hadn't I? I haven't actually lost any crystals, really, if you think about it, because I've just gone and got them all back. Because it didn't save progress from the last room. 2 crystals only, is that? Wow. Okay, this level's pretty long. Anyway. One of these awkward, tricky climbing sections again. So jump to that one. Onto that one. No! Okay, right. I'm screwing this up, aren't I? So. Go on that. Up on that, yeah. It saves having to just wait for the whole thing to come round multiple times, but I'm probably going to end up costing myself more time by falling, which is not really what I want to be doing, is it? So, anyway, here we go. So let's go over here. That one, yes. So here we go. Now this can trick you. You've got to press that button to make that platform lower. Well, the problem is, there's a bit of a delay on it. So, if you just press it and assume it's not going to work, it's because you've got to wait a little bit. They put a bit of delay on the button because it's one of them buttons that you push and it only works once. Just looking at that platform there on the left, it's sort of like bobbing up and down a little bit. I've never actually noticed the floating platforms actually do that. Oh, very nice. Anyway, here we go. We're going into the... No! What were I doing that for? That was totally stupid of me, wasn't it? I have no idea what I did there. I don't want to destroy that crate because a friend did that and she had to death abuse to get it back because there is actually a coloured crystal over here, so I don't want to be doing that, do I? So here we go, crystal. And collecting a coloured crystal, by the way, does give you an extra sort of normal crystal, if that makes sense. So you saw it go from 8 to 9 there. Anyway, I think we've done everything we need to do in this area now. I just need to get one more gobbo, and then through the with one more gobbo coloured crystal. I wasn't looking at the screen, was I? There's got to be one in here. No, there isn't actually. I've already done it all. Very nice. Okay, bonus round with lots of traps. Don't get hit. Okay, here we go. Very nice. Can you hit one of them? And just no, you can't. I just keep thinking there's a life in one of them, but there just isn't, is there? There we go. I hit that one straight away. I didn't get any weird glitches. Anyway, here we go. So yeah, that actually did go pretty well, apart from one death and one stupid loss of all my crystals, but oh well. I hope you all enjoyed this part, and we'll see you in the last finish this island off in the next part, shall we? So anyway guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and of course subscribe to see more of this Let's Play. I hope you all have had a good time here, and I will see you all in the next part. So, catch you all later, take care for now, and bye!